I know I was going to say, oh yeah, here's a learn more. Okay, this, I don't know how to get rid of that little thing, but anyway, hi, what day is it? It is Tuesday. And thank you if you're coming by. I'm going to wait and see if some people come. If they do, I'm going to talk about celebrities and the Nation of Islam, because those are two things that have come up recently, and I have something to say about each one of them. So, but I'm not going to start really getting into it. Hey, hi, Sean. Thank you. Hey, is it Pam? Hi. Thank you. Oh, good. Kevin. All right. Good. Okay, thank you. Good. Wow, from Australia. Ooh, very exciting. Louisiana. Oh my God. I love that people are, you can be in touch with people from all over. I'm beautiful. Thank you. All right, so tonight I'm going to talk about um, celebrities because somebody asked me about John Travolta, and I don't have tons to say, but I'm going to tell as much as I know, and kind of about celebrities. Whoa, Purple Hearts, I like that, and also the Nation of Islam because that has come up a bunch, and I definitely have something to say about that. Okay, so anyway, thank you guys for coming on, and for anybody who's late, you can just always rewatch it. I think that'll work, right? So Aaron told me that he's going to teach me how to do the thing where you can do the divided screen and then I can interview people. So if any of you, because I know he's busy, if any of you can do that also, call me and help me so we can get that going. The other thing I want to get going is monetizing, and I don't know how to do that. But if anybody knows how, I would appreciate that too. And I know Aaron does, so everybody said ask Aaron. But it's like you can't just keep asking. Here we go. I think I see it. Is it unmuted? Is it better? Can you see it? Can you hear me? I unmuted it. Did you hear? Can you hear me? Now tell me if you can hear me before I restart. Just see if you can hear me. Hello. Yeah, so you can hear me. Okay, there you go. Okay, good. So I just accidentally hit the little microphone. So now I know how to mute it and unmute it. So that's good. So hi, thank you. Thank you all for being here. I already said this, but I'm going to talk about celebrities and I'm going to talk about Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. And hello to all of you. And I'm going to answer a few questions. Okay, so first of all, celebrities. Why do celebrities get into Scientology? L. Ron Hubbard was pretty, he realized get them in, right? Because celebrities, just by their nature, thousands and millions of people watch them and listen to them. So, he's got, I mean, I was there in the early 70s when John Travolta came in. And he was just a handsome guy, cool guy, and he's a good actor. But anyway, I basically twinned with him. I know. okay, it is underrepresented. Well, I'm going to talk about it a little bit with the Nation of Islam. Anyway, so that with Travolta, I trained him. I helped train him, and he got Welcome Back Hotter, and then he became like kind of one of the big celebrities at Celebrity Center on 8th Street, which was where the original Celebrity Center was here in LA with Yvonne. It was a fun place back then. It really was. So anyway, Hubbard knew that people listened to celebrities, and so he just kept, he got Yvonne to start Celebrity Center, and she just was wonderful at helping people. And she is just by the nature of everybody I know who knew Yvonne loved her. I mean, she just that's the way she was. She was just really cool, and she helped a lot of people. Thank you. Thank you. Good golly, Miss M. Great name. So anyway, that's continued. They got Tom Cruise. Obviously, why would Tom Cruise stay? Now, a lot of people say because they've got all the dirt on them. I don't agree with that. I think they stay because they have a red carpet treatment around the world. And, people could say, well, they already are big celebrities. Yeah, but it takes a lot of work to stay at the top of something. And I mean, let's face it, John Travolta, Tom Cruise, they could call the media any day and say, okay, I'm leaving Scientology. I've got stuff to say. And they would have 50 cameras outside their door. And Scientology knows that. So they're not going to, start putting their secrets out on some newspaper or TV show or something like that. I think. This is my opinion, but I don't think so. I just don't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're not going to do it, and they're not going to leave. I don't think either one of them. I thought John, with his son dying, I thought maybe they'd leave then. They didn't. Then when his wife died, I really thought he would leave, but he didn't. So there you go on that. So that's it on that. Now, the other one is the Nation of Islam. I was watching TV the night Louis Farrakhan happened to come onto TV, and he said, I got to think of what he said. Okay, he said, all of you are going to be on course Tuesday night, where we're going to thank you and say goodbye. And I was like, what? He never said the word Scientology. He never said L. Ron Hubbard, Dianetics, nothing. He just said, all of you are going to be on course Tuesday night, or we're going to thank you and say goodbye, which is like disconnection, right? And I was like, oh my God. And I just flipped on my webcam and I made a video, a message to the African American community. And I said, I want to tell you the truth about Scientology. They don't care about you. I was in it for 30 years. They had 5, count on my hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Black people, African Americans. That's it. That's all they had. For years, I would say, why don't you get more Black people in? Oh, they're too far away, or they can't afford it, or blah, blah, blah. They're basically, I don't know, they have their own weird things, but until they realized that, wait a minute, these guys have a lot of money, which I kept telling them because I was selling jewelry around to a lot of all different cultures, and they were one of them that had a lot of money. I know it's bad for Scientology. Of course, the Nation of Islam is bad for Scientology. Are you kidding me? So I made this video saying the only reason they want the Nation of Islam is 1, for bodies in the shop, 2, for money, and 3, for connections. That's it. That is all it is. Okay, so I sort of thought it would come and go. Wrong. Lynn Campbell and she was at the protest this Saturday that we went to. And she and I went out to this thing. They were going to have some kind of they said they had a community center out in Inglewood. And neither of us had ever even heard of a community center in Scientology. And so we said, we got to go out there. And we go out there, we park, and there is an entire line of people outside, right? And I said, let's park the car and go over there. So we go over, and I said, what's going on? And believe it or not, they locked him out. And the lady that came down, what happened is I think it was some kind of an executive in the education community, or maybe she was a senator. I don't remember. I know she called a senator and said, look, they're not going to let us in. Don't come. But anyway, thank you all for your kind comments. So we go out there, we talk to them. I say, what's going on? They say they locked us out. And I realized what happened is she wanted to come and talk about mental illness. They probably thought she was going to come and use Dianetics. She said, this has nothing to do with Dianetics. Nothing. And I think as soon as she said that, they locked the doors and locked them out, which is so stupid. And this was years ago. This was before COVID, right? I think, Lynn, if you hear this, I'm pretty sure it was, but it was a while ago. Anyway, it's still, I thought for sure they're going to come and go because Nation of Islam is big on God and Jesus and stuff like that. And Hubbard and OT3 is anti-God, anti-Jesus, anti-churches, anti-religion, certainly. So I thought, okay, because I met some of the Nation of Islam gods, and I thought, okay, they're in it for Dianetics. And I could see where Dianetics, they could go, okay, I still have pains in my back, so I'm going to try Dianetics, right? So I thought that's all it's going to do. Next thing I hear, Louis Farrakhan is clear. And at that point, I'm like, really? Because once you go clear, you have to do, can I explain Kakan status and who has it? Okay. The next thing, sorry to interrupt this, someone else said, please don't get interrupted when you're talking, but I'm sorry. Okay, hang on. I gotta go. Just a second. Just a second. I'll open the door. Hang on. I gotta continue this. Just a second. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, you got it. Okay, good. Hi. Oh my God. Wow. This is really hot. Oh my God. Wow.
We'll dance around naked for you or something.
Hi, I'm Tori.
Hi, I'm Trey.
What is your name?
Trey.
Trey. Hi. Nice to meet you. Beto's excited you're here. Look at the boys are here. Now, what are you doing, Wilkie? Oh, she decided not to put in. Okay.
Decided not to put anything in there.
I gotcha.
I'm putting the dimmer in over here. Get a screwdriver. You need the screws for that?
Okay, I'm gonna go in this other room because I have to finish this. I was making a video.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, it's all right.
You weren't naked. So
I know.
you're not making money.
Not making money yet. But I don't want you guys, I don't want you guys to have to stop. So I'm just gonna go in the guest room. All right, hang on. Okay. Okay, so are you sure you want to stop screaming? Okay. No. All right, so I don't know if anybody's still here. Are you still here or did everybody leave? I don't know. Oh, I've tried to put it on hold, but I guess that didn't work. I'm sorry. Shit. Wait, there you are. Okay, there you are. Okay, hi you guys. Oh, you were still here. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to put it on pause. And this is Wilkie who's going to help. I'm at Spanky's house and he's going to help her with some stuff. So anyway, I didn't want it. I know it's going to be noisy, so I'm in the guest room now. But anyway, she's eating and then I'm watching the dog Beto, and then she's going to come back. So there you go. I'm glad you guys are here. So sorry if it was an interruption, but I know, weird. Anyway, my life, that's the way it is. And that's one thing I learned last night is that this is the camera, right? Right there. So I can't put my finger over that, which I was doing all last night. Okay, so did they pay Rathman? I'm not going to get into that. Okay, so I got to keep with a couple of topics each time, or else it just gets too weird. So, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So now, I was telling you about the Nation of Islam. Anyway, it got very weird. And this lady called me because I made that video and I posted it. I just posted it about, they don't really give a shit about black people or any other people. They don't care about anybody. But I wanted them to know because I knew they were saying, "Oh, you guys are really special." And it's like, yeah, right. They just want their money. That's it. And the body's in the shop. So thank you guys. So this lady calls me and she goes, "Do you realize?" She introduces herself and she says, "I'm an author. I've written a book called Scientology and the Nation of Islam." And I said, "Really?" She said, "Yeah. And you started it." And I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, and she said, "Your video has gone viral in the Black community." And I said, "And why is that?" And she said, "Because you're the only person who spoke about it." This is years ago. Like, I know people now say, Aaron was the first person to talk about it. No, I mean, this was years and years ago. So anyway, but I'm happy anybody keeps, thank you guys. I'm happy that anybody's speaking about it because whoever said that they're underspoken in the X community is true, you know, but it's very secretive. Do you know what I mean? So people don't know a whole lot about it. It is very weird. I mean, the Nation of Islam and the Church of Scientology. The only thing I could figure out, this is just totally Tory's thinking on it, but I thought there are two cults really. Nation of Islam's a cult and Scientology is a cult. So they probably both are kind of failing. And I think knowing Miss Scavenge, she probably went, "Hey, let's join in together. We'll make more money. This will work out." Whether true or not, they're never going to tell. We'll never know. But hopefully, anybody who's watching, if you are a Nation of Islam, if you are black, if you're a young person, if you speak two languages, Scientology is after you. And I tell people this every single day. Everywhere I run into young people, I say, "I want you to know something. You're on a hit list for the Church of Scientology." Not really a hit list, but you're on a list to get you in. And they go, "Really?" I go, 100%. They don't want old people. Do you know what I mean? They want young people. True for, a lot of corporations, but these guys definitely want young people. And and they want people with money. Okay, good. Well, welcome. I'm happy the guys that are new. I'm happy the guys. So I talked about the celebrities and I talked about the Nation of Islam. She said my video went viral because nobody else spoke about it. So that's why it's always important, if you have something to say, to just say it. Because I had no idea. I really didn't. I just thought, wait a minute, this guy's promoting disconnection. All right, I'm going to put this over here. Let's see. There we go. Then I don't have to hold it. That's better. There you go. I like that. That's much better. Anyway, so now I have to rehold it though, because I have to figure out how to answer your questions. So let me, you asked about Travolta, you asked about the Nation of Islam. Somebody else asked something else. Let's see. How much of a split does, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's not, I've been out since 2000. You have to understand that. Most of the people that are activists now were still in when I was out. When I left, almost the entire internet went against me because Scientology came right in covertly and said, "Don't trust her. She's a covert operative," which now LA Org says, "Tory's not just an SP, she is an undercover, covert, secret CIA agent." So there you go. But I couldn't believe it. And this is a public person who told me this. I was there. He was going to give him $5,000. I said, "No way. Don't waste your money." And so he didn't. And they came to get him and bring him on inside. And I said, they really hate me. I'm glad that my videos have helped people. I really am. That's why I made them. I wasn't going to speak out at all. And then they kept picking on me. And I thought, damn it, if I can help one person, just one person, not get suckered into this creepy group, it's worth it. It's worth all their fair game. And they've done a lot of fair game on me. I'll do another video on that another time. But because that's a good story too. All right, I'm a CIA agent. I know. I'm glad they've taught you about Scientology. All right, so Kim Nadel has a great question. I think the next topic was about. Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. I need that. Okay, you're right. Somebody asked about Kakan status. All right, let me set it back down here. This works out better when I set it down, because then it's kind of like hard to hold them. Okay, Kakan status. This is my understanding of it. Believe me, I wasn't like way on that side of things, which is management technology. I was on the technology of helping people. But Kakan status, from my understanding of what this guy told me, I was working at a Scientology company and he came in and he said, just so you know, I have Kakan status. And I said, okay. And I'd heard it a bunch. So I said, okay, what exactly does that mean? And he goes, it means I can do whatever I want and there's nothing that anybody can stop me with. All the way up to David Miscavige, RTC, on up. I have Kakan status. And that's what it means. Now, what did that mean in my world? Okay, I'm working at a Scientology company. I start noticing things are not right. So Barbara Wiseman, who is a kind of a bigwig in Scientology, publicly comes and joins the staff there. And I explained to her, look, they're doing these seminars with physical therapists, but they're doing kind of fishy stuff. And I want you to understand they do this, this, and this. So she comes back, writes up a whole knowledge report on the owner saying, look, this is what's going down and it's not right, right? So at first, she's on my side. The guy with the Kakan status came in and completely turned the entire group against me. And they decided you have to do a, I don't know, some kind of huge investigation thing. They did it. I looked up the policies on it and they never let me talk, which was completely against the policies. They never, they were all in with the owner, which is completely off policy. I finally went to an older man that was working there and I said, you know what? I can't tell if I'm going insane or if I'm getting third party to death, meaning people are talking about me behind my back. And he said, I promise you, you're not going insane. So guess what? That just told me, okay, all these people that were OT7s and 8s were talking about me behind my back. Weddy Fair, who was supposed to be a friend of mine, she's one of the people that was talking behind my back. It was really awful. So anyway, long story short, to keep it short, I go in, it's my 50th birthday, and I say to Harvey Schmidecki, who I think is now dead, but anyway, I say to him, he's one of the owners, and I say, look, I hope this turns out okay, because this is my 50th birthday, and he doesn't say anything. I think, okay, this isn't going to be good. I show up Monday, and there's all the OT7s and 8s in a line, shoulder to shoulder, out in the parking lot in front of Survival Strategies, which was the company that I was working for, and Body Balance for Performance. And if there's any physical therapists out there, do not get suckered into that, because these guys are con men. That's all they are. And I mean, I can go into great detail on it, but anyway, that's what they are. And now they're all shoulder to shoulder. They won't let me in. And what do they say I have to do? You have to go upstairs and talk to Doug Owen. And it's not Doug Owen, the photographer, who I love. It's Doug Owen. I think his name's Doug. Anyway, it was this one guy. Anyway, I had to go upstairs and talk to the Kakan status guy. And I walk into this room. It's just a blank room. There's nothing in it except a table and chairs and a tape recorder. And I walk in and he goes, sit down. And I said, no. And I said, what is this? this looks like the Guardian's office stuff, which was years ago. They used to do stuff like this. And he starts screaming at me, what are your over? What are your crimes? It was awful. It was just awful. It was like, it was truly awful. And I just finally walked out. I said, I'm not doing this. And I went down to the owners, Craig Jensen and Harvey Schmidecki, and I said, you know what? I'm not doing this. And Harvey's a big, tall guy. And he goes, you know what? You're in a lower condition. And I said, and you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. And I walked out. And that was it. That was really the beginning of my waking up to leave. But, it was just awful stuff like that. And now it looks like you all have left. So let me see. Let's see if I can find you guys. Because now it looks like everybody left. Oh, there you are. Okay. It's been a while. Good to see you. I know I'm still fighting the good fight. I always am. I wasn't going to, like I said, I was just going to leave quietly under the radar, not say anything. Thank you for being here. Thank you, all of you. And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because my thing is this: Scientology hates my statistics going up, like I say. And every time somebody subscribes, it's just a little bit more of a needle in David Miscavige's ass. And I like that because he's a very creepy guy. So thank you for being here. Please like this video and also please subscribe. And if you, I know they really are. They are really bad bullies. I hope I'm not putting my fingers in front of the camera again. I'm trying not to. Can I give a shout out to Carrie Ann's channel? She audits Scientology. Okay, I don't know what that means. Carrie Ann's channel, she audits? You mean audits like she's an ex-Scientologist? 101 people in your chat, Tori. All right, that's good. That's good. Thank you. So I don't know what does that mean? She audits Scientology. You mean audits like in Scientology she's an auditor, or do you mean she audits like Streets LA where he's auditing things? Okay, let's see. Do you talk to Jenna? Yeah, sure. If so, you guys should do an interview. I know, but someone needs to teach me how to do the two things. That's the thing. I've been trying to learn that forever. I mean, forever. And different people have tried to help me, but I still don't have it down. But supposedly it's much easier now. Okay, you've been demonstrating at the Portland. I heard that and you shut it down. Congratulations. Congratulations to everybody who's helped out, because whether you've actually been protesting or you're here supporting us, it means a ton and it really makes a difference. And definitely, wait a second, what is this? Some other thing came on. It definitely helps everybody and it helps expose their abuses. I'm not speaking out against Scientology. I don't really care. If somebody wants to do their auditing, it's a waste of money and it's a waste of time and it doesn't really work. But if you want to throw your money away, which people do all the time, go ahead. But I am going to speak out against them stopping free speech, breaking up families, medical abuse, which they did with me, and fair game, which is where Hubbard said you can lie, cheat, steal, destroy someone utterly. And I'm telling you, they have done some fair game with me for years. And I'm telling you now, Osa, because I know you listen to this shit, don't even start it. Don't start it again. No, because there are millions of people between all of us. Aaron had it right. Aaron said at our picket, this protest Saturday, he said, look, we all need to add up how many views we have for each one of these sites and then post it on it every day. It's really a good idea. Okay. You're an amazing person. Expose this corporation. Yeah, exactly. I mean, their abuses are awful, and they rope in kids. They take kids out of high school and put them into these billion-year contracts. It's pathetic. I don't know if they still do, but they did in the 90s when my son was in high school. They took my son, Gavin Potter. Gavin Potter, if I could put you in prison, I would. And I know Leah is suing the Church of Scientology, David Miscavige, and Gavin Potter. And believe me, many people don't know Gavin Potter's name, but that's why he should be amongst that group. Because he roped in all these kids, took them out of high school, got him in a billion-year contract. I went the next day and got my son out. I said, look, no. I asked my son, he looked really bummed out. It was really funny. I went over there and there's all these kids in orange, which means they're getting trained. And one kid's all black, and it's my son. And I went like this, you over here. And he comes over and I said, all right, so what's up? And he said, I don't want to do it, Mom. And I said, okay, let's go get your stuff. And so we go upstairs and I said, get everything because you're not coming back here. And hell yeah. So he gets everything and I go, now we're going to go over to Bridge and we're going to get that contract canceled. And I walked into Gavin and I said, Gavin, this contract is totally false. This is an underage person that you've taken out of high school, signed into a billion-year contract. No, ain't gonna happen. I want it torn up. And he goes, I don't have the authority to do that. And I said, then you fucking get somebody who does, because I'm leaving in 15 minutes. And believe me on this, that contract's gonna be torn up. And he went upstairs, he got the commanding officer. She came down, I said the same thing. And she tore it up. And I said, and I don't want you calling my son an ex-Sea Org because he was never in the Sea Org, ever. And frankly, I called OSA and I said, you know what? You are building an army of young people that hate Scientology. They are never gonna, because back then you could join staff for 2.5 to 3 years or 5 years, and or you could be at the mission. You know, you could do all kinds of different things. It was more popular back then. But because of this kind of stuff, I said, these kids will never do Scientology. And that is exactly what's happened. They have really screwed up. So anyway, I love you guys. I thank you for being part of my YouTube site. It really means a lot to me. And thank you for your kind comments. And let me see if I can answer anything else. I can't quite figure out how to not get in the camera, but I'm going to try it. Okay. Tell me if my hand is in the camera. Because last night it was really funny. The YouTube analytics say you have more than 4.7 million views of your videos. You are amazing. All right, good. That's good. That's good. That's very good. Thank you. All right. Was there ever an effort to get a class action suit? No, because class action suits are really tricky. And, you know, what do you get, like 50 cents after you finally finish it? No. And they have to be exactly, you have to all do the exact same thing. And really, truthfully, most of us have done many different things. Okay, so Carrie Ann deserves it, whoever she is. And I'm a never in Scientology. Maybe an enemy by, yeah, exactly. They're awful on that. They don't let people get help that they need. It's terrible. I know 17 kids now that have killed themselves. That's right. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate your comments, and you will learn that Vin can teach. Yeah, teach Jessica. Jessica is a force of her own. I love it. Um, I'm an old guard Scientology critic, that is for sure. Thank you for everything. I've learned, I've loved watching your videos since 2008. Congratulations with Anonymous. That's when they arrived. Yeah. And I'm happy to see you guys too. And it is a creepy cult. All right. Well, anyway, there you go. There's probably more comments, but I'm going to sign off here. Can you give a shout out? Oh, yeah, that's right. You got to let me know what this deal is with Carrie Ann. I don't know. But anyway, I've definitely given her a shout out one way or the other. Okay, you're welcome for sharing. It's been a while. Good to see you still fighting. I know it has been a while, but I'm back, and there you go. And the funny thing is, Scientology has a 25-step program on me to muzzle Tory. Isn't that funny? 25 steps. And it's awful. It's really awful. You can Google it, and it's really creepy. But that's what they do. Anyway, I told them when I was in, you are creating your own enemies. And you know what? They still are. Here they are. it's like, will they learn? Never. So thank you to everyone, especially thank you to the people that are doing cameras, because that has made a major change with Scientology. And to all of you that are supporting us, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to click off now. And thank you for hanging in with me. All right. See you later, Gators.